From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
Welcome to Up Close and Personal with Chris Budosh, your host. Today's segment is sponsored by All Dry Services Southeast Jacksonville. I'm honored to have Elizabeth Evans Weiss with Elizabeth Evans Custom Homes. Elizabeth, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm great.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming to the bar. Well, everybody has a place. Now, so we're talking off camera. You're not from here originally, but you've been here for a while. So a bit of background. Where are you originally from?
So I was born in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
Very young, moved up to Erie, Pennsylvania, where my mom was originally from.
Yeah.
Dad was originally from Pittsburgh, very close. So grew up in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And I'll say it. I think being born in the South, being up north, it was cold. And so I moved back south as fast as I could.
Very appropriate. So, and then you're a military veteran, so thank your service, retired.
Yes.
So what did you do? I mean, you went to West Point, and what did you do in your military service?
So I branched engineer, part of the Corps of Engineers.
Very appropriate.
Yes. And so, it's crazy. Ever since I was a kid, I loved construction. And so when I figured out that the Army had construction and I could actually do construction in the Army, I majored as a civil engineer, went into the Army and figured that's what I did.
Okay.
But then I quickly realized in the active Army, you do combat engineering. And
it's more destruction than building.
Yeah, it's more destruction than construction.
Right.
And so I did it active duty for 5, 6, 7 years, and then realized that most of that was in the National Guard and the Reserve. So transferred to the Florida National Guard, which led me to Jacksonville.
Okay.
And worked for several different construction companies. Kind of end result with Regency Centers here in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time developing public shopping centers. And then, as a result, serving with the Florida National Guard, went through hurricane response.
I know, you did a lot of that.
And, Irma really opened my eyes, to that personal devastation that happens. And I thought to myself, I love this feeling of helping people. I love the feeling of helping people in their greatest time of need. How do I transfer that from my small times that I get to do that for 4, 6, 8 weeks out of the year in hurricane response to a business?
Yeah.
And that's where we started E2 Roofing and Elizabeth Evans Custom Homes in 2017.
Congratulations. So around 8 years, it's not lost on me. Most businesses that are small do not scale and live beyond a lifespan of 3 years. And the fact you started pre-COVID, you existed through COVID, and then you've been successful on the back end. So, what do you guys do with, it says custom homes in the title. I imagine you're doing, custom homes for people that are in this area. They're looking for a high quality house to raise a family and be part of the community. What do you guys do, and how do you do it?
So that is one thing that we do.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So we also do comprehensive renovations.
Oh,
so
okay.
If someone, really popular over the last couple of years has been family needs to expand their footprint of their home.
Okay.
Don't necessarily want to leave the neighborhood that they're in, the school district that they're in.
Okay.
But they have room on their property to expand their house. Second story addition. The detached additional dwelling unit. The mother-in-law suite. The garage apartment, etc. So that's been very popular. When the hurricanes come through and you have a complete loss, and so you're gutting that house down to the studs and rebuilding it from the outside in. So that's another thing that we are helping people with. And then we have a completely separate roofing company / division, E2 Roofing. So we are doing roofs all over Northeast Florida, not just as a result of hurricanes, but 12 months out.
Yeah, wear and tear. I can only imagine. Yeah, the demand's pretty high. Where are you guys servicing? You're not just local. Where else are you guys at?
So in 2020, actually as a result of West Point kind of connections, I was at a nonprofit board meeting, and the Jacksonville district commander for the Corps of Engineers at the time said, "Hey, Elizabeth, you're building homes, right?"
Yeah.
Yes. He said, "Hey, there's this great nonprofit, Homes for Our Troops, and they're looking for a builder in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
Would you be willing to meet with them to potentially help build a home for a disabled veteran?" Absolutely.
Wow.
So 2020 was our first year that we built a home for Homes for Our Troops. Now we've done one in Wesley Chapel. We just finished one in St. Augustine, Florida. I've got one almost done in Gainesville, Florida. one in Murfreesboro, Tennessee that will be done in September. We've got one upcoming in Lithia, Florida.
Wow.
2 in San Antonio, Florida, and 1 in Bristol, Virginia. So with Homes for Our Troops, where do we build?
Yeah.
With them, we expanded our footprint because we believe in that mission and that partnership.
That's huge.
For our clients that are coming to us, I'd like Elizabeth Evans to build a custom home specifically for my family.
Okay.
That's very tight. Nassau, Clay, Duval, St. John's.
Okay.
That's a very specified home for a specified client.
Yeah.
For Homes for Our Troops, we kind of expand that a little bit more.
Yeah. What's your value proposition? Like, because people can go to a lot of other competitors. Like, what do you bring that they don't bring?
So I would say, think of the military and think of Amazon logistics. So we built a home for a client in the height of COVID.
Okay.
And we had an agreement with that client to build in a community where any other custom builder that had built there, their record of getting a house done was 2 years. 2 years. Very high-end custom. We had to be approved to even build that. 11 months we built that home.
Wow.
Not a dollar over budget. We organize very efficiently. We have climate-controlled warehouses so that we can order our materials in. It is very efficient in our building process. So there's not lost time.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between us and another builder is that it's that efficiency factor.
Yeah.
Also, we do Friday weekly updates. So every Friday, our clients get an email with a photo report. This is what was accomplished this week. This is what we have ready for the next 2 weeks. So it's that consistent communication, even if nothing happened. If your job is still in permit.
Yeah.
If something is, we're still waiting on something.
The unknown. You're closing the gap, right?
Still getting communicated with.
That's wonderful. That's a huge value proposition. You're right. I live north of Rivertown, so that whole St. Johns County area, well, all St. John's, getting built out. Excuse me. And you're going, you should see, a lot of partial construction just sitting there. And I can only imagine if I'm paying rent here and I'm potentially paying a mortgage over here, then when are we going to move in? When are we going to move in? Kind of the kids, in the car, like, or when are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? Exactly the same thing. And then your ability to positively communicate with your clients. That's very unusual. You don't see that with a lot of different companies.
And we put it in our contracts too.
Oh,
so for example, like if 2-story addition, 2nd-story addition that we put on a home, you obviously have to move out of your home.
Right.
So we make an agreement. We need this house for 6 months. And for every day that you don't have your house back, $100. So that way, that there is a financial penalty to our company that's going to pay for you to have to be able to live someplace else if we're late.
Wow.
We've never been late.
That's a testament right there. You are literally putting your money where your mouth is at.
Correct.
And your videos mean your audio. And that's you don't see that very often. So the future, we can't really predict it, but we see there's going to be a lot of people moving down here in Northeast Florida. What are you guys doing to position for this market as it grows?
The best thing that you can do is develop the people that you have and constantly recruit new.
Okay.
Right. So we don't recruit new employees based on the need. We recruit based on the talent that we find.
Okay.
So I might not have the demand for someone today, but if I find the right person, the demand will catch up. We recently hired a gentleman. I didn't necessarily have the demand for it.
Okay.
One of the best hires I've ever made.
Yeah.
And then the demand grew 3 months after having him. So I'm glad I found him.
That's good.
So.
Yeah, because you've been on the other side of needing them, and 90 days later, maybe finding somebody. Wow, that's huge. So, well, how do folks find you and how they find Elizabeth Evans Custom Homes?
The easiest way is Google.
Okay.
You'll find us on Google. You'll find us, on social media, on Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You can find our roofing company, e2roofingjacks.com, also on there as well.
What about Home for Troops?
Homes for Our Troops, h5usa.org.
Okay.
They have a wonderful website. You can sign up to receive information. They have, I think, over 40 veterans in the state of Florida already in homes.
That's huge.
Several more planned.
Yeah. Right.
They've built over 420 homes nationwide in the last 10 years.
Okay.
For disabled veterans, severely disabled from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
That's great. Well, there's a lot to unpack here. You got a lot in your life.
Yes.
And you don't look over the age of 25. So keep doing what you're doing. So we're highly encourage folks to take a look at the nonprofit. If they have time, treasure, and talent I encourage them to donate one of those 3 things, if not all 3. And then I'll encourage them obviously to go take a look at, Elizabeth Evans Custom Homes, where you guys are doing, how you guys are doing it, and see what you're doing on LinkedIn too. That's it's a powerful tool for networking. So thanks for your service to the nation. Thanks for what you did for the state of Florida during your service to the National Guard. Not lost on me, living in Florida, that there's a lot of crises that occur, natural disasters. You can't predict Mother Nature, and the fact that our Guard is ready all the time, leaving their families to take care of other families, is a huge sacrifice. So we can't thank you and them enough. So thanks a lot. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Hey, folks, follow us on LinkedIn or connect with us on LinkedIn. I guess you don't follow on LinkedIn, but connect us on LinkedIn. Take a look at Elizabeth Evans Custom Homes and see what they're doing, and contact them. So we'll see you on our next episode of Live with Gratitude.
My name is Todd Marshall, and I own All Dry Services of Southeast Jacksonville. We serve all of Northeast Florida. Every day our business is doing the more mundane, but yet sometimes catastrophic issues. These can be plumbing leaks, they can be sewage backups. A bathtub overflows, somebody leaves the sink running. So we have a 24/7 response. If you call us, you're going to get a live person, and you try to get out there as quick as possible so that we can minimize the damage.